First of all, I think your analysis was very straight line. History doesn't run in a straight line.
Kid, you cannot tell your neighbor he is stealing ducks when you are stealing funds.
As High Commissioner, I was wrong. As Charandas Prasad, I reacted naturally how any person would have.
I did not come here for that kind of abuse. I did not come here for that kind of abuse. If you're going to go down that road, I'll walk off.
But it's all okay once they're talking. If they were talking, I could not have been here today.
You got ADHD. I got that.
Calm down.
I think I've done enough in terms of taking our team out of trouble from losing.
Come on, Lou Taylor. That's good. I'm reading the script now, and the first person that comes to my mind to play a detective, but an erratic detective is Michael Rodriguez.
Why an African slap an Indian? Why a man and slap a woman? Look, how you deal with that? You deal with that.
We must encourage platforms like this because it brings together different people and allows for discussions to take place in our country on a multiplicity of fundamental issues.
Kingdom, you apologizing for something you think I did is wrong. I don't want you to do that, and you should not have done that. Hi there, as usual, Friday evening, call in. We have 1 hour and a half, so you can put your questions on anything. Elections, Mr. Trump, United States, the economy in Guyana, cost of living, accident, everything under the sun and moon. We have 2 guests, not in the traditional sense of the word, 2 guest anchors, 2 guest members of the Portuguese community. They will be what we call guest hosts. So this could be Portuguese evening. Our 2 co-anchors are Malcolm de Freitas, someone I've known over 50 years, and Jonathan Yearwood. Or it could be Madman Night. Malcolm and I grew up in Workmanville, and I've always been called crazy. And people call Malcolm in Workmanville crazy. I think seriously Malcolm de Freitas is mad. Let me tell you what Malcolm de Freitas did me and my wife in 1978. And only a madman could do this. And such a person deserves a good Jambi lash. In 1978, I'm getting married in a few months' time. So we bought a roll of film, 24, Kodak in Regent Street. And we gone to the seawall, my wife and I, dressed up to take shots of our pre-marriage life. At that time, the abandoned train was on the Camp Street seawall. So my wife climbed up on the train, I climbed up, and Malcolm took 24 shots of us. That was before I got married. We went, watched the film, and only 1 came out. So my daughter didn't get to see my wife and I, her mother and I, on the seawall. The train where we scrapped was on the seawall. That was what Malcolm de Freitas did. I subsequently heard, 30 years after that, he said, when I was a UG student, I used to criticize his idol, P.T. Digal, Portuguese leader of the United Forces, and that is why he sabotaged me. I don't know if that is true. But welcome to 2 persons that I do appreciate their presence and do appreciate what they have to say. As you know, Malcolm and I go back in Workmanville a very, very long time, and I regard Jonathan Yearwood as one of the few independent-minded persons that is on the political scene at this moment. The cell phone, the WhatsApp number is 600-5398. You call, and on your WhatsApp, the diaspora usually use that, and then there is the landline. Call and put any questions to Madman Malcolm de Freitas and our independent-minded civil society activist, Jonathan Yearwood. Call and talk about anything at all. We have 1 hour and a half for you to discuss anything. In the meantime, don't take me serious. He never told me he sabotaged the thing. I'm only joking. But I really regret that we don't have that photographs of me and my girlfriend courting and she on the abandoned train on the seawall. I really think at a Freudian level, I still hate him for that because I wanted to show my daughter that. And this time, my wife, for the occasion, dressed in a blood red velvet dress. And I wore, at that time, we had bell bottoms. I wore a green corduroy bell bottom and what they called, what those things Indian people wear. But didn't turn out. We got one, and we still have that one. So, call us and let's hear what you have to say about anything under the sun. Jonathan will respond, and of course you can't keep Malcolm down. He will. So we can chat before the phone rings. Not often the panel predominantly consists of Portuguese, but these were 2 men who would tell you don't call them Portuguese. Jonathan Yearwood have said that 3 times on this program. I am a Guyanese, I'm not a Portuguese. So I will ask Malcolm, are you Portuguese?
I have been born in 1953. And I'm born in Guyana. I happen to have Portuguese parentage both sides, but I consider myself a Guyanese.
Okay.
Because I think that racism is not a measurement for a person. It must be their character and their accomplishments and the purpose they want in their life.
Jonathan, you know he and Mansour Nadine and a few other people resurrected the United Force and Mansour kicked him out.
I know.
And he went to court. You lost the case?
No, I did not go to court on that matter. I don't think it was a political matter that I should go to court over. I just wanted the world to see what kind of person he is and what came out of his decision. He is now the Speaker of the House of Assembly under a People's Progressive Party administration. He's been under the list of the People's Progressive Party, see? And that tells you enough about him.
Okay, so Jonathan, you're aware of his history, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Some of it.
Some of it, yeah, somewhat. But what I do know is that Malcolm has been in the trenches for many, many years. So it has made Malcolm into who and what he is today. So
No, Freddie, no. That wasn't made me that.
It does.
In the early days, myself and Fred talk about trying to create a better Guyana for us. Many times we had different opinions. We discuss, we argue, whatever it was. But we always had this understanding, this deep appreciation for Guyana.
Good evening.
Hi.
Thanks for being on the program. We have Malcolm de Freitas and Jonathan Yearwood.
Good evening, Dr. Freddie, and good evening to your panel.
Good evening. How can we help you?
Yeah, I call. First, I have to say, I want to say something. The best thing in the world is freeness. And the second best thing is trust and don't pay. And the more you get, the more you want. Now, let me start off with the cash grant. I didn't receive my cash grant as yet. But I know most people receive cash grants of 100,000. And I'm sure that they would say, man, if I had 200,000, it would be good. Right? I know you all are responding as yet. So we're just hoping that for the pensioners didn't get the cash grant for 2024. However, it went over for 2025. So pensioners. Everything that I talking about is for the pensioners because there's nobody. I don't find people talking much for the pensioners. Pensioners deserve more. The pensioner monthly pension should be, for a country so developed as Guyana, should be $83,343 a month. I feel the government could do it because the government, the president made an announcement that soon the Barbies River Bridge, the Demara Bridge, and the Linden Bridge will be toll-free. Money from those facilities could be utilized for the pensioners in a way that they could get a better living.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You said that you'd like to have pensioners get a cash grant of $500,000 each.
Yeah.
Do you know that there are laws in Guyana against discrimination? And therefore, if you give pensioners $500,000 each, you have to give every Guyanese $500,000 each. If not, you're discriminating, and that's against the laws of Guyana.
No, we're dealing with vulnerable. I remember I started the program by talking about pensioner. For the pensioner, we're not talking about we're talking about vulnerability, right?
But I'm saying to you that if you give a pensioner $500,000 as a cash grant, what happens to the rest of us? What happens to the rest of us who are working? Aren't we eligible for the same $500,000? There are laws in Guyana against discrimination, any kind of discrimination.
No, I don't think that the ones who work and so on are younger, because it was provided for. I believe that pensioners who are vulnerable, they should be the ones who receiving a higher cash grant. The other thing I want to talk about is
no. Before you go there, let me talk on the subject as you have it there.
Yeah.
You start off, you're saying that freeness and trust and don't pay. All right. No. Hold a moment.
Freeness is the best thing.
No. Hold a moment. You had your say. I am responding to what you have already said. So just allow me to speak to you now. All right. Yeah. Now, you're making an argument in relation to dependency, and you're saying that the old age pensioner is a dependent. Number one, the old age pensioner, before he got to that age, had a working life, I presume. And he had an opportunity in that working life to be in a position where he is not dependent on the old age pension or dependent on anything. One. Go.
Quickly, the calls coming in.
Right, so just understand where you're going at and where your thinking is carrying you. Now, I understand, and I know for a fact that the administration of the state had said that old age pensioners would get $50,000 as a pension. They now get $36,000. All right, I'm advised that we'll have 41 incoming as of March. All right, so I mean paid in March. It might be retroactive to January. We still didn't get the 50 yet.
All right, I got another call coming in. Can I take it?
Thanks for coming through, sir.
Okay.
All right, good evening.
To you, Malcolm. Uncle.
Yeah, go ahead. You cut off the call, sir. Call just got cut off.
You want a Malcolm friends calling?
Yeah, gotta be.
No, I'm not famous. So they can, you know. And Freddie just made me a lot more serious. I don't respond to Freddie yet on his opening, but I'll do that.
Good evening. Welcome to the call-in program.
Yeah, good evening. I think Malcolm has
Malcolm was what?
incorrect.
But you know, we're getting a lot of tune down whatever's in the background so we can hear you distinctly. Yeah, Malcolm is.
I think Malcolm has kept this the matter of the fact incorrect. country. As a matter of fact, what they're getting is basically the pittance and not what they should have been rewarded. And more importantly, in what the caller and the previous caller has been advocating for, and many other callers in this program, is for better welfare packages for our pensioners, because they are the bread basket. Those were the people who would have worked and toiled for this country and who have developed this country. Where this country is today, it is not the current or the babies who get 100,000 today. Come on.
All right, sir.
Those would have made a lot of sacrifices.
All right, sir, I agree with you that the pensioners on the whole should have a better pension, and that certainly needs to be looked at. I agree wholeheartedly.
What $42,000 could do, sir?
Yes, sir, I agree that the pension...
What $42,000 could do for those...
All right, but as I said to you, that is something for the government to look at. But what the caller said earlier...
Taxes that they would have been paid and so on and so forth.
Yes, but sir, what the previous caller mentioned was a specific cash grant of $500,000 per pensioner, without anybody else getting that cash grant.
You made a point with dependent. I know their contributory pension and dependent scheme that is advocating in relations with the world of work and life.
Uh-huh.
But the fact is that you're saying that the pension is dependent on this cash grant. You're not dependent on this cash grant.
Nobody said
Nobody
that.
said that.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that they're dependent solely on the cash grant.
No, nobody said that they're dependent on the cash grant. A matter of fact, I think that we should be having a continuous, we should be having more cash grants.
All right. I got a call coming in.
Thanks for coming through.
No, we can't have more cash grants.
All right, thanks for coming through.
Let's the wrong part of this cash grant basis. Cash grant basis is a modality of cushioning the effect of where we are today. Okay?
You want us to deal with that?
It's not supposed to be distributed on a year-by-year basis. This is just a one-off situation.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a one-off situation.
All right, I got another call coming in, so I got to go. Thanks for coming. Thanks for calling. Hello, good evening. How can I help you?
Yes, the two guys on the panel there.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to hear their opinion on David Hines' utterance and what effect would it have on the coalition.
Well, first of all,
which one?
First of all, I will presume that you're talking about the latest utterance from Mr. Hines. Mr. Hines has made a lot of very unsavory utterances in his lifetime. And I presume that you're talking about the very latest one where he had some very derogatory remarks about people of his own race. Well, Mr. Kissoon, please excuse me, but in my personal view, and this is my personal view, I think David Hines is an idiot. Because if he's going to go publicly as a politician to say something like that, who does he expect will vote for him? Does he really think that his constituents are stupid enough to go and vote for him? First of all, how many votes did the WPA get in the 2020 election? How many are they expecting to get in the 2025 election? And now you can drop all of that off because of people like David Hines making such absurd statements. And as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Hines should be investigated, charged, taken before the court, and if found guilty, jailed for making statements like that. Because what he's doing is driving a wedge among Guyanese. And we don't need those kinds of wedges among Guyanese. We are divided people as it is with 6 or 8 different races. Because I alone have 3 different races in me. So you're trying to divide us all by what? By the color of our skin? That's not going to work where I'm concerned.
Take this one.
All right?
I'll take this one.
All right, thank you for calling.
Okay, let's take this call, sir.
There's an effect.
Well, as I said, the effect is I don't think people will vote for WPA.
Okay, good.
All right, thank you. Have a good evening. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I would like to highlight something. I know the public works listening. I live in a hostel nearby Moko Road coming in, right? And they got some bridge coming in the scheme. This like this month, this bridge in last year, November. And you can't drive over, you can't come in and then doing nothing on this bridge here. I don't know where we're going. And if a fire happening here, I know what happening really. It's how the truck coming in here. You only could walk over the bridge with a wood, you can't drive over. 3 months now and they do nothing on the bridge.
Which scheme is this, sir?
I was telling by Moko.
All the bridges dismantled and they're working on none of them at presently now. 3 months now.
This is on the road going into Moko, the Moko Road?
Correct. Opposite the young professional scheme with the Senegal,
Uh-huh.
That bridge dismantled on your right side and 3 months now. They ain't doing nothing on this bridge.
Well, I hope...
Public works, they're telling me something, some Nancy story and nobody ain't doing nothing. Like calling everybody up, posting comments on Facebook, but nobody is saying nothing to me.
Well, I certainly hope that somebody from the Ministry of Public Works is listening to this program. I'm sure that they are, because I know the government has people listening to this program. And I hope that somebody takes notice of this, and that this is an election year. So government needs to do things and get these things in order so that people can vote for them.
Yeah, today's the last day in February and nothing since last year, November. And if a fire happened, I know the truck coming in here.
Yeah.
Drive all the way around to the back and turn, and I hope they could find way.
All right. Well, I hope I gotta go, but I hope that the ministry is listening to this program.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good night, Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Good night.
Hello.
Hi.
He's listening to you.
Okay, Malcolm, you don't know you a long time, a very long time, boy. But you're not seeing that what is really happening in this country is a trade robbery, boy. With people from high office, the trade sector, the judiciary, the church leaders, and the trade union leaders. Nobody in fighting for chop the president power in this country. That's the main point. This immunity must chop off. The president is having the ex-president, $2.2 million a month pension. David Granger, Barajagdio, Donald Ramutar. And you're giving the poor just shells, man. This nonsense, man. The president immunity must cut. And if nobody not discussing that, none of you doing nothing for the people of this country.
What specific aspects
What you have to say to me to that?
What specific aspects in the the president's immunity function you're dealing with? There are many of them, so I want to know specifically which one you're dealing with. Because some of this lies in all of it. Oh, you're now talking about something else now. Now, if you're talking about the immunity of the president, that's defined by law. Change the law. Change the constitution.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you that the route got to be done for that. Right? Now, if you don't have enough people talking about it, you keep calling into the Friday program and bring up this question all the time. Let it become more in the public awareness. All right?
I have something.
I understand, Malcolm, for you, but the back of politics, you're supposed to don't debate this subject, boy.
No, hold on. We're in the process of doing that now. But you're not debating. You throw up a position. All right? And responding to the position, telling you where the position is in a constitutional problem. If you think it's a problem, it's a constitutional problem. All right? We went through an entire process of trying to reform the Constitution. Some of those things were discussed.
That is what Mr. Carter told Jagdeo, but he's not doing that.
No, I don't know about Mr. Carter. No, hold on. I don't know about Mr. Carter and Jagdeo. If you have the reports on that, you can read it out to us. Let us have that understanding. Let the nation know what Mr. Carter was instructing Mr. Jagdeo as you were claiming. All right?
Okay, so
here's what I would like to say. Here's what I would like to say on this topic. You mentioned about the salaries of the president and the former presidents and the pensions, whatever.
Not the salary.
All right, hold a second here for me. When David Granger gave a 50% increase to himself and his fellow ministers, the PPP jumped up in arms and condemned it. In 2020, the 2nd of August, a PPP government took office. Have they reversed that 50% increase? No, they have not done that. So that...
Your mindset. I am talking in general. You are trying your mindset.
No, sir. You brought up the president's salary. I am saying that the present government had the opportunity to undo what APNU did with the raise of the salaries, and they never did it.
You're not talking about let's send solution and solve problem.
Right, is that pretty serious call?
All right, we got another call coming in, so I gotta say thank you for calling us.
Hello.
Good. Bye bye.
Hello.
Hi, President, good evening.
Bye bye, man.
I want to ask in relations with the prior caller, what is the current state of affairs with regards to the constitutional reform, and more importantly, with regards to our commissioner, Mr. Malcolm. I think he's on the commission. If he could shed some light to this.
Malcolm is not.
Which commission?
The only commission Malcolm is on is the Dictator Guild.
That's not a commission, please. Don't go there, Freddie. That's a member. He's
the finance officer for the Dictator Guild. I don't know what other commission.
I'm on no commission.
Where you get that one from, Saul? That Malcolm is on a commission? Malcolm is as crazy as I am. They're going to put us on any commission.
Can't deal with brains.
Speak for yourself. Thanks, Saul. Anything else you have a call here?
Yeah, I got a call.
Thanks, Saul. Thanks for coming through.
Hi, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm calling from New York. I'm okay. I go to press a good evening to you and the other two guys on the panel.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What would you like to talk about?
Yes, okay. So I usually visit Guyana January every year. And I was there last January. I did register for the cash grant, but I will not be back there for this year. I want to know if I can probably get it when I come next year, January. That's my question. If it will still be available January next year.
Unfortunately, I am not in a position to be able to answer that. I've heard that question posed already, but I have not heard anybody answer it to say whether this cash grant will be, whether there's a time limit on when it is eligible for, and whether it is open-ended. I would not be able to answer that for you.
Okay,
Sorry to say.
I heard the VP said, okay, the check is valid for 6 months.
Yes,
but someone on social media was saying 3 days.
No,
I heard that part of it.
The check is valid for 6 months.
Nonsense. The check is valid for 6 months.
Yes, that's from the date of date on the check.
Just make mischief.
Right, yeah, I agree.
But whether the registration of the cash grant, whether you're still eligible to receive the cash grant after, I don't know how long, what's the time span? I would think there's a cutoff point. I would think there's a cutoff point, but I haven't heard of any point being mentioned as a cutoff point.
Well, as I said, I was there, I did register. I went to the website and checked. The check is already prepared according to the website that they gave. Right?
Are you?
But I wouldn't be back in Guyana for this year.
Okay, are you in Region 4? When you're in Guyana, you're in Region 4?
Yes, sir. That's where my home address is.
Okay, because Region 4 is presently giving out their checks at the moment.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
The issue here is a matter of finance construction.
Okay.
The state had to know when all the persons are registered, the amount of money that had to be allocated for this issue.
The man is asking when he can collect his money, Malcolm.
The point I'm saying, wait, I'm finished already. If the check is 6 months and it becomes stale dated, there is the possibility that stale dated check, they can give you a fresh check for that stale dated check, because that money is already allocated for that purpose. All right?
Yes.
But hold on, I can tell you who you can talk to. You can ring the secretary to the Treasury, who's supposed to have an answer for that now. On the Ministry of Finance, the Secretary of the Treasury. He would know that.
Yeah, please allow me to make a comment, please. I did email them a few days ago. I never got a response from them.
Is that surprising?
No, but you are saying that that's important. Well, as I said, I did do that.
No. Hold on. And I'm saying to you, did you send it to the Ministry of Finance?
Well, people overseas, living overseas,
all right,
could get that cash.
Once they register.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Once
Because
they
the money is
register for it.
allocated already.
Yeah.
All right. But let us see how
But
it
they
goes.
have to be registered first of all.
Yes, they ought to be.
They have to be registered. So
Well, how did thanks for coming to show.
Gentlemen, I am registered.
yes, we understand that. We understand you are registered. But as I say, I have no idea if when there is a cutoff or when is the cutoff point for
Well,
it.
I wish if somebody just can bring it up in an open forum so that people overseas can have an idea what's really going on. But I'm certain there are others like myself who are there in January and probably won't be back till next year again.
I'm certain about that too. I'm certain about that.
Yeah.
All right, I got another call coming in. Thanks for calling. You have a good day.
Good, thank
you have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too.
You want the 100,000?
Well, no, he wants to get the benefit of the cash grant, not necessarily the money as such. It was just the benefit of having it, and he's entitled to it. And he's entitled to it. So, good evening. How can we help? Good evening. How can we help you, sir?
What's your
Hello.
Hi. Good evening, guys. How you doing?
We're fine. What can we do for you?
All right, I would like to respond to that guy, that guy who claimed that he's living in the U.S. and he proudly say, I'm living in the U.S. and I'm this and I'm that. And he is commenting about the $100,000. Mister, if you're listening to me, you're a low life because you want $100,000 from Guyana and you're living in the U.S. I will give away $200,000 to people living in Guyana as charity.
Sir,
Low life. Get off the phone, man, you clown.
Sir, I object to you calling anybody on this program a low life. So please.
No, I will. No.
Please.
Johnny, please, permit. And he has the audacity to spend a whole lot of time talking about it.
All right.
He's a total low life.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for calling. You have a good evening. Bye bye.
I have an opinion.
You have a call here.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Miss Petty and panelists. Yes. I have a problem, Mr. Petty. Is North Road, is it 2 lanes to go down to Georgetown?
North Road?
Understand at border, I would understand that vehicles that is stopped to offload or so, but after that, is it 2 lanes to go down to the cathedral and go around about or what? To your knowledge.
North Road is a one-way the past 10 years.
No, it's a one-way, yes. But what I'm saying, there's enough space on the road for 2 vehicles to proceed.
Yes.
And that is not happening due to the congestion of the people parking.
That's right.
And blocking of the traffic. And the stoplight at Camp Street is approximately 20 seconds.
That's right.
Right?
It's a 2-lane road.
There's a large congestion that is not needed there.
Yeah.
2 lanes can go, who need to turn left can go left, who need to turn right can go right, who need to go straight can proceed in any
The problem there is that.
Why is the traffic backed up before
All right.
between camp and before border?
Excuse me, sir.
Place there, and they have that traffic in the road.
All right. Excuse me, sir.
Let me answer, please.
The problem here is that there are businesses on that stretch of road, and their customers are parking there, the owners are parking there, and that's a police problem. That's a police department, traffic department problem. And we all know that police force in Guyana, the traffic department has problems enforcing the law. So there's nothing you or I could do about it except appeal to the police to keep the roads clear. I got another call coming in.
Thanks for coming through, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to everybody. How are you guys?
I'm fine. How can we help you?
Look, I just get a message. I was watching something from the YouTube channel. Them leaders this way, leaders that go wrong now, what coming out now, and telling people that for this matrimony, everybody should have start drive on Lamborghini. You people believe them shit this way? Y'all think...
What's your language?
I don't understand what you're trying to say, sir.
What's the question?
Them people, you got some of them leaders who are there on YouTube and them think want to run for president, and them think that's not right. them I tell people that by time like now, how the money you come in the country, everybody should have, if them in the power, everybody would have done start drive a Lamborghini, despite Glenn Lal.
Well, you know, sir, that is politics, right? Politics. Hold on. Politicians will tell you whatever you want to hear, so you can vote for them. It doesn't mean to say that they will fulfill those promises.
Oh my God, this thing reminds me in 2015 when I voted for David Granger, right? All them things that's right, I mean, they promise. And when you don't vote and done the in power, the only thing you make a Durban Park thing, and they're wrong about by Kitty Wale, and that's it. This man do nothing more after than he done.
All right. Thank you for calling. You have a pleasant evening.
Yeah.
Mustn't believe everything that politicians tell you. Any other callers coming in?
I guess they will come in.
What was it they say? A promise is a comfort to a fool. That's the saying?
I know, but in political life, you have positions. The positions, many times, when you get into power, the economy, for one, may not be able to deal with it.
Let me take this call. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to the panel. How are you guys tonight?
Okay.
Good, we're doing good.
I just want to say something. I was a very, very strong supporter of the APNU AFC in the last two elections. And after this last one, when I saw what it did, you know, and I'm still waiting for this. I'm still waiting to hear them say that they made a mistake. This is what we did. It was wrong. And we're ready to accept our fault and we're ready to move on. That if they just say those few words, I'm ready to go back with them again, give them my support, but they just have to accept it. And how long they don't accept it, they will continue to be losing supporters. Good night.
Good night.
Well, good night.
If from 2018 when they lost the no confidence motion, they made no apologies, you certainly won't expect them. You certainly can't expect them to make an apology now for what they've done and said. So you're barking up a wrong tree if you expect them to apologize or to produce their SOPs for that. That's never going to happen. Thank you. I got to take this call. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Freddie.
Yeah.
Freddie.
Yes.
I called you 2 weeks. I called you 2 weeks concerning the cash plant. Anyway, they came at my home delivery. I'm a pensioner.
Okay, yeah, I remember your call. Thank God you got through.
Yes, Freddie, thank you.
Okay.
And then for my sister who is registered, she registered everything. The office is not found. So they told her she has to go re-register again.
All right.
You know, I don't know how that.
Freddie says thanks for calling and he's happy that you got through. We have another call coming in. Thank you.
All right, Freddie, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Call came through?
No.
Okay.
You got a call there?
Nah, this was the last call, just closing off.
But by the way, Malcolm told me that he didn't register in Newtown where he lives. He registered another place and he hasn't got his cash plan. So where else did you register? I know you work at the theater.
Freddie.
Yeah.
A political person at a certain level has to have more than one domicile.
Okay.
It's a matter of...
You got more than one.
No. It's a matter
You got a call there?
No.
Got a call coming through.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
We can discuss this.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Still waiting advice.
Lower down your volume.
What can we do for you, sir?
Yeah, hello. Is this Freddie?
Yes,
show?
please lose.
Yes, it is. Please lower your television.
No, I don't. Oh, sorry. Let me.
Yes, sir. What can we do for you?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I get some of them bullshit. This attack your nonsense, man. You
Can't worry them.
Who is them in this equation? Can you pose a question? Your comments are
yes, sir. What you want to say?
Let's speak the question you're getting at.
What you want to say, sir?
No, the question that I'm asking, that the people are talking about cash grant. I'm thinking to come back to Guyana to live, and I'm looking to see if I can get a piece of land. How can I get it?
You have to apply to the central housing.
That's basic. You have to come and apply for the land at Central Housing and Planning Authority or Lands and Survey. I mean, you should know that.
There's a procedure that you go through. You fill up a form, and you take it in and you apply for it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not looking for cash grant. I'm just looking for a piece of land. I want to retire, man. I want to come back there.
All right.
Okay, well, come back and apply for your land. As you apply for anything else, as you normally apply. Take care, sir. Let's take this call.
Freddie,
I gotta go. Let's take this call.
Take care.
Hello? Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Yes.
Please turn down your volume. We're hearing the last caller rather than hearing you. You see, we're hearing the last caller. Sir?
Yes.
Please turn down your volume and let's continue with the conversation.
Right. Am I speaking to Mr. Kissoon?
Yes, sir. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Okay. Malcolm, this is Adrian Waldron speaking here.
Malcolm, a man named Adrian Waldron is speaking.
I'm listening.
He's listening. So, you know many people want to call in? Please make your point.
Right. Malcolm, I'm calling you on behalf of this masquerade thing that I'm getting Guyana 2012. I was spending Trinidad and come and meet you where we Come you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
We're hearing you, it's just that you're not speaking. You're not speaking.
Malcolm, I'm calling behalf of this masquerade thing. I'm using Mr. Kissoon platform for highlights for Guyana. And me and you, we went at the university when I came to 2012. And in Humanayana. I was asking the question, Malcolm, how is it that no masquerade being seen, Mr. You know, normally people that come around in your house Christmas time and such, how come you know I leave Guyana to go to the university in Trinidad and teach? Going on, Malcolm, and I wish you could get your number.
Let me respond to what you're saying.
You know what he's saying? You understand what he's saying?
We had masquerade. We don't have it. We don't have it as we used to have it before.
2012. I came to Guyana when y'all sent the ticket to me at Humanayana. I was there, Mr. Baldwin. Can you remember me?
Vaguely. I meet plenty of people, so you know.
I'm saying that if you could realize that
you are calling.
No masquerade competition in Guyana, Malcolm. Nothing concerning masquerade and why it is happening. We all be simply do this. You understand? They get all the chatting show, they get all the calypso, soca, but no masquerade competition.
But I'm advised that sometime in the course of sometime in the course of this year, we having the creative people is having a discussion and a symposium on masquerade of itself. Margaret Lawrence is a part of that. You'll probably be able to talk to her. She has a number on the telephone, or you can speak to her through Morondai in Barrack Street. All right?
I think I have Margaret's number.
All right, good. Well, talk to her.
So I know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah, I know who I'm talking to. Good. I got it now. Good. All right, bro. Thanks for coming in.
That's it, sir?
Yeah,
that's it?
Yeah, you don't go.
Yes. Mr.
Thanks.
Kissoon, I like your show. Continue the good work.
Okay. You like Malcolm too? 231. Good evening. Yes, good evening. Hello.
I don't understand why people call in and then they don't say anything. I think just cut the call.
Hello.
They lost.
They cut off themselves.
Yeah.
So right, 231-2982. Jonathan Yearwood has co-hosted this program twice. This is a new experience for my friend Malcolm the Freitas. So, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. You listening me?
Yes, sir, you're on the here. Thousands of people listening to you.
Yeah, I like the cash grant was beautiful.
We're listening to you, sir.
I listening to you. All right, what I'm saying, the cash grant is beautiful. And I'm glad if the government next 6 months they could give a next cash grant because they got the whole country busy and the road busy.
All right, I agree that the cash grant was a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
All right, thank you. We'll tell them that they need to do another one before election.
Okay, sir. Thanks for
I got a
coming.
call coming in.
Now I want to respond to this guy here.
You can't respond to all these calls.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
How can we help you? Hello.
Yes, sorry, is it Freddie Kissoon Show?
Yes, it
sir.
is.
Go on. Just keep speaking. We're listening to you.
Do you know where can I get that book to buy? The West on Trial?
No, sir.
I would suggest the Freedom House bookstore. I would imagine that the PPP's Freedom House would have it selling at their bookstore.
Go on Amazon and you may find it there.
Yeah, Amazon might have it as well too.
Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the book is written by Cherry J.
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
Hello?
Hi, this is the Freddie Kissoon Show.
Yeah. We're listening to you. Go right ahead. Keep talking.
Yes, I would like to pose a question to you, gentlemen. I've noticed the price of fruits in Guyana has been ridiculous.
The price of what?
Price of fruits in the market is kind of ridiculous.
Yes, I know.
Do you know that the price of an apple is cheaper than the price of a mango that's going right here in Guyana?
Well, I know bananas. I don't know about that. Well, I know about my own experience. Bananas are very expensive here. I mean, I like bananas. It's my favorite fruit.
How about the two gentlemen sitting next to you there?
I don't eat apples, so I can't tell you the price
I don't
of apples.
I don't eat apples either. So
I love mangoes.
If you eat apples, I'm asking if you're aware of the price.
I don't buy apples, so
I am not aware of the comparative price of apples in Ghana. I am aware of what my pocket could afford, and bananas are very expensive.
And I don't buy mangoes. I don't buy apples. People give me mangoes. Friends of mine have mango trees, and they give me mangoes.
You're fortunate.
I'm fortunate, and I don't buy apples. So I don't know.
Today I was buying in the market, and I'm buying pineapple at $700. Right?
Okay, so thanks for coming through.
Yes, it's the fact that the prices of fruits are very high at this point.
Yeah.
We don't know why, but
it's
that's
happening.
a fact.
Okay, sir. Thanks for coming through.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you? Thank you so much for me to get on.
You have a lot of feedback in the background. Yeah, you see, we're hearing it. We're hearing the background noise rather than you.
Hello, can you please turn on your television?
Or your smartphone?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing you clear too.
Yes. How can we help you? What would you like to talk about?
Someone spoke about the crash just now, right? That, the PPP should give it before election. Yes, that's very good because the PPP has 200,000 cash to give before the election, and that's very good.
So you think the cash grant is a good idea?
It's a very good idea.
All right.
When you go to the bank, you see a lot of people lining up waiting for the money. It's benefiting the Guyanese,
Yes, it is.
The cash grant is an entitlement. We should have been getting those kind of money long ago, we should be getting it more consistently, right?
No.
So that's no. This should not be a one-off gift. All right. As far as I am my understanding goes, the entire registration is very coincide with the voter phenomenon. All right. So
Phenomenon.
This is an attempt to probably get a better electoral list. We don't know if that is so for fact because it hasn't been articulated in that way. All right? So please.
Okay, sir. Thanks for coming through. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Kissoon.
Yep.
Is it true the government giving out 250,000 cash grant before the election?
I haven't heard about that. I don't know about that.
Where did you get
I don't know if the other two panelists.
Where did you get that from?
The other two
That's news to me. Where did you get that from?
I hear it the other day.
Where?
Them boy, sir. You know?
Oh, them boy. All right, them boy.
Let me put it this way: unless the President Ali makes that announcement, or Vice President Jagdeo makes that announcement, consider it a rumor.
For sure.
All right.
I thought it was a good thing, man, because I mean it's a good thing.
Yes, it would be a good thing.
Increase from the first grant.
It would be a good thing, but don't believe everything them boys say on the road.
For sure.
All right, man. Have a good evening.
He looked like he disappointed that it guy said, "Oh shucks."
I mean, I could do it at $250,000 as well, too, right? Can't we all?
You got $100,000. I get mine.
You ain't get yours yet?
No. Oh, shoot, Jonathan, you get yours?
Yeah, but
I want to buy my.
That's why he's talking like that tonight. We haven't got ours yet.
I
I went today and I had a fancy story when I got there.
How do you mean a fancy story? How do you get it?
I went there and they told me they don't have it. I can't get it or they don't have it. I give my ID card, the girl look at the ID card, I'm registered, yes, etc.
You went to the right location?
I went to the location I'm supposed to go. Okay. I'll be going there tomorrow too.
Okay.
And I hope that because I spoke on your show tonight, I might be treated a little better.
Okay, I hope so.
Without any trouble.
I got my own yet. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Freddie and Mr. Yearwood and the next gentleman there. Mr. Freddie, I don't know if you look at the Leonard and Dr. Hines show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm calling, I must compliment Leonard. He did an excellent job. And I mean, those things like that, it must be broadcast. Like, I would like if you and the panel could have a short discussion about it, how we handle it and everything. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Hello. This one cut off. This one was just coming through. Caller, you can call me back right now. The phones are free.
Well, I hope if the ministry of... Well, you can't get your check if we know the details. Now, which...
No, I can give it tomorrow.
So you don't want to say which...
No, I can give it
I can tell you where I registered. I registered at the Aquatic Center, and I'm supposed to go there to collect my check. Where's some big secret telling people where you register?
No.
Where you registered at?
I registered the place where I registered.
Yeah, where is the place?
No, the place
so we can know.
No, the place where I registered at the Brigham NIS.
You registered at the...
You asked me that's where I registered.
Right.
Go.
And your area was Watmanville?
No, my area is Alberton.
Alberton, okay.
Hello, good evening.
And Alberton, and where I also sleep.
Yes, sir.
It's in the same way.
Hello, good evening. You're calling again.
Yeah, good evening. I want to know what the guy going on with, man. This guy Hines.
But we answered your question about that.
I see
if you want to know, want to know what Mr. Hines is going on with, you need to pick up the phone and call Mr. Hines.
Okay, let's take this call.
All right, I got another call coming through. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, guys.
How are you?
My contribution tonight,
I think the cash grant what the government gives to Guyanese there, I think it's a bad idea. It's going to be a heavy backlash in that country. Because if you look at what's going on now, nobody, no young guy there want to work anymore. So they depend on this money. When the government give them $500,000, $600,000, it doesn't make any sense. So it's going to be a heavy backlash in that country.
Let's take another
I don't think it's a good idea.
Thanks, sir. You don't pursue these things.
All right. You may not think it's a good idea, but we Guyanese think it is a good idea.
Okay, let's move on. You got another call here?
No, I'm clear here.
So you registered at the NIS, and Alberton people haven't been able to collect.
No, I didn't say that. I went and I didn't get.
No,
and I'm going tomorrow.
What was the explanation given to you?
I get Dancy story. I didn't get no explanation. Just it isn't there.
You see how people spread rumors.
There is no explanation.
You see how people spread rumors.
Freddie,
everybody that goes is given an explanation. It may not be acceptable.
To you,
what's your explanation?
And I asked, I wasn't given an explanation.
But Freddie, here,
believe the man.
Freddie,
you better believe it.
Let me tell you my story. Freddie, let me tell you my story. I registered at Parade Ground in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Chateaumargaux.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Success Play Field.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my wife, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Joined the line. We were told you need to produce your ID card. Oh, you're Chateaumargaux, join that line. You join the Chateaumargaux line. There was a line for Louis Souvenir, for Success, and a third line for Chateaumargaux, done by villages. And then in each area, it was done alphabetically according to your surname. A to B, A to M, join that line. N to Z, join that line. But you know what, Freddie? People didn't even know what the surname begin with.
Malcolm is hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yes.
A very good evening to you, sir. I just wanted to highlight some three things first, and then I go on with it. First thing first. Now, I don't know who's responsible for this area here.
Which area, sir?
Council or local government?
Which area, sir?
Alberton, overall in general.
Okay, Malcolm is living in Alberton.
Because I'm totally mad about everything what they go to raise here is really serious business here.
Real.
You cannot get garbage truck coming to pick up garbage, and when they dump the garbage in the garbage bin, these things are leaking out. One set of garbage water leaking out on the ground, spraying all over when it's driving, all over. The place is smelling. Who's responsible for looking after these trucks?
The owners of the trucks. That's Purans and Sivans and whoever else owns them.
For the people of this country.
No, Sivans and Purans don't do work anymore for city council.
Right?
I don't think so.
If people need to look into these things because taxpayers' money is spending.
I agree with you. I agree. It's a terrible smell.
Is it in the city of Georgetown?
Alberton, where you live?
That's constituency. Hold on, man. Hold on. I can tell you who to talk to. That is constituency 1. Constituency 1, the person that sits in constituency is a member of the People's Progressive Party. See. Hold on. You could also talk to the town clerk. It's a matter for the city. You understand? We deal with that already. Let's go to the second one.
All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The second one, when I don't talk, y'all talk.
No, let me taking you one by one.
Y'all don't mean why here we are talking. Y'all tell the people.
Well, no, if you don't want to hear what we don't talk.
No, wait. Go on, sir. Number 2, go on.
I had for me to say you gotta listen.
Yes, sir. We're listening.
The second one. No, they had a procurement system at the regional democratic council, where the contractors must follow the procurement system and bid. You know what they did? To the contractors, they said the time is too short to get the contract done. The third one, that disqualified the person that bid according to the procurement system, and they go outside of the procurement system and get somebody to get the work done. Is that legal in this country?
No, it isn't.
Huh?
It's not legal.
These are things that people have to listen to and know what's going on in this country here.
The person should carry the matter to court. The person believes that
What's the third one?
No, here what happened. But what they wanted to know is what's the right way to get this done. No, this is the third one.
You need to take this to the Procurement Commission. First of all, let them investigate it.
I ain't got too long because I ain't got enough credit.
All right. What's the third one?
No, you got a property to sell. No, not really got a property to sell. Let me say your mother, your father, they're left a property for you. And the sisters and the brothers, they're prolonging this case for years. What's the right way out? That you could get your money from where your father and your mother left.
You have to take a lawyer, sir. Nobody can help you there except a lawyer.
Advice. It's a legal advice.
No, whether if you take a lawyer or not, it's not working. It's not working. Something like I call it from the legal affairs minister.
So if a property has family dispute, you take a lawyer.
I'm asking him that if he could put some legal system in place, that when you have certain things like this, something could drastically happen immediately.
So we are telling you. So we are telling you. So.
I want them to put.
Okay, thanks for coming too, but take a lawyer. Take a lawyer.
This guy is asking for revision in law.
Unfortunately, nothing in legal terms happen immediately. Law is a slow, long, drawn-out process.
If his sister's claiming property, he must know that the AG, the police, nobody can help.
Unless they negotiate with one another and pay him, and he comes off the transport. It's as simple as that.
So
he got to negotiate with his family.
Yeah, that's a legal matter that got to be dealt with in the courts and with lawyers.
Be dealt with socially too.
And that doesn't happen overnight.
No, it doesn't.
It's a long, drawn-out process.
I want to help Malcolm on this program because I cannot see how the people could just not give you an explanation. I know the following explanation have been given. You have a call.
No.
Your name is not on the list.
My name is
the
on
check
the
has not been paid yet.
No.
Got a call
In my
coming
phone, show me all of that.
Hello, good evening. I think this might be the last call.
Be the late already?
Yeah,
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
We go to 10.
Oh, we go to 10? Mm-hmm.
Good evening. I want to ask Jonathan what he thinks about the president trying to bring everybody, all the nations together. In the sense he's dealing with James Bond and Craig and you know, do you think he's doing a good job bringing the people together?
Who?
The president.
Oh.
All right, let me put it this way. The president is doing his job. He is being elected by the majority of Guyanese to make Guyana work. And if that's how he sees he will be able to get Guyana to work, by trying to unify all the different races of Guyana, that would be a great and fantastic job if he's successful in doing that. So I think that's a very good move.
Is he doing a good job?
Is he doing a very good job?
The next election will.
Let me put it this way. I'll be able to answer that in 2 years from now. Okay?
2 years?
Yes. The repercussions of what he's doing now, the actions, the repercussions and actions of what he's doing now will be seen, the consequences will be seen 2 years down the line. If he's successful, people like David Hines will no longer be of any value in Guyana.
You said something
but what
that
makes you think so in 2
no,
years?
Hold a moment, sir. You said something in your opening to this question about bringing the nations together. I thought we had one nation. I don't understand. No.
I think he means the people.
He just made a mistake.
No, it's got to careful of people using language.
No, but he made a mistake. Everybody make mistakes. You just made a mistake saying the people give you an explanation.
But you know, one of the things about Guyanese is we never look at ourselves as Guyanese first and foremost.
That's the problem with me and Freddie. We did that
we're Indian, we're black, we're Amerindian, we're Chinese, we're Portuguese, we're mixed, we're whatever. We must start looking at being Guyanese first and foremost. When we start to realize that we're Guyanese irrespective of our backgrounds, irrespective of our ancestors, we Guyanese will be in a better position. And I think that is what the president is trying to do. Get people to understand that Guyanese are Guyanese, first and foremost. That is why when Freddie wants to call me a Portuguese, I said, no, I'm Guyanese. I wasn't born in Portugal. I was never born in Portugal. I've never visited Portugal. But I'll tell you what, I was born in Guyana. So I'm Guyanese. And I've lived my entire life in Guyana. And I hope to die here in Guyana. And I will die as a Guyanese, not as a Portuguese. And that's what Guyanese need to understand.
I think we have to learn. We have to start to socialize ourselves into that.
Did you same call?
No, different call.
Okay, sir.
All right, thank you. I got another call coming in.
I'm calling me.
Oh, shucks. I cut. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Good night. Have a good evening.
Good night.
The other call get cut off. My fault. Sorry about that call. It was my fault. I pressed the wrong button and cut you off. You can call it back. Call me back now.
Or if you know the number, you can call them.
You can find the number?
Yeah, I can get the number. Once it's on WhatsApp, the same number, just call it. Hello? Coming back in.
No.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening. Hi, good evening.
It's so lovely to hear a female voice tonight.
Hope you guys are doing well.
We are.
Especially after
the
hearing
reason
you
why
now.
I'm calling the Guyana Foreign Affairs Department. I've applied for my passport. I am a born Guyanese. I applied for my passport on the end of November. And I have not received my passport until now. I keep calling the consulate here in New York. They keep saying, oh, we have not received it from Guyana. It's like going in circles. It's been about 4 months. We pay about $100 for a passport here, and I still can't get my passport until now.
All right, so...
Well, I would say to you, just keep persisting. Just keep...
They're very rude on the phone, not because they're in America. They're like just like Guyana. They're very rude, and they don't care about you.
All right, so here's what I will stick my neck out here for you and say to you. Inbox me, text me your details. I know someone in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I will see if I can get them to look into it.
Okay, it's not just me. I also have other people that
Well,
have their own passport, and nobody can get a response.
Let's deal with one person first.
I understand, but they need to step up their game. We're not paying
Well, I will pass.
We're paying a lot of money.
Yes, I will pass those sentiments on to the person that I know and ask them to look into it.
So you have to give him your details. Off the air, you have to give him your details.
Okay?
No problem.
All right, have a good evening.
Thank you so much. You too.
Why do you think they told her the passport haven't come up?
They collected the money.
The passport, I wonder the problem is here.
It's probably here in Guyana.
Because she said told them, they told you the passports haven't come as yet.
But she's also
of course
saying,
they're giving the consulate a bad name.
She's also saying that the people in the consulate are very rude.
Yeah, and we heard that before.
We heard that before.
You know how much times you read that in the papers?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
What's wrong with us Guyanese? That we treat our fellow Guyanese that way?
The issue we have is a very complex issue.
Yeah.
Some people when they
That's
go
a
over
psychological analysis now.
You had a problem with my education?
No.
No, but this is a serious problem.
It is.
And I'm hopeful that persons in the department who deals with this, in the police force who deal with passports, really look into this matter.
Sure, let's take this call. Good evening. You're on the air. Just keep talking.
Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm calling concerning the thing about the garbage in Eccles, the new scheme. I made a report of it. I called into your program.
Yeah, I remember. And nothing done?
I did send it, but nothing was done. I sent it to several news agencies, and I don't know why they're not posting it. I sent it to Mr. Guyanese Critic several times. He's not posting it. Nobody's posting it, and this thing get more worse. Nobody's coming to check what's going on. It's right in the street with a new mosque built in Eccles, new masjid, right in the street from the beginning of the street. Someone have like we call that skipping. And I don't know what's going on there. People keep dumping garbage.
Yeah, madam, you told me about that thing. Madam, sometimes you listen to these callers and you wish they wouldn't say what they have to say because it torments you. You calling about this thing almost 6 weeks ago.
Exactly, and listen, I'm a resident for Echoes. You have people living in
Somebody did construction, left a skip bin there. And the skip bin is attracting people. And they're going to throw it down. And the storm is high.
all over. And when the rain falls, it's so nasty and filthy. Like I don't, you're moving to a nice area, expect for cleanliness because we pay for our garbage disposal every week.
What the NDC is doing about it?
When I call the NDC, they say they're not, I call the Echoes NDC. They say they don't have no responsibility for this area. They didn't take it over. The Central Housing and Planning Authority is this area.
Oh,
and I call that area. I'm not getting through to nobody.
Do you know?
You can't get
I sent several videos to different news agencies.
Excuse me, ma'am.
They could send it to several authorities, but nobody's doing it.
Hello?
So, like, I think I got posted on Facebook myself.
Excuse me,
I
ma'am.
don't have a lot of followers.
Hello. Excuse me. Do you know which garbage company owns the skip bin?
No, she said it just left there. It's abandoned.
I told Mr. Freddie just several weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
If
So,
some private person has
left it
that
there.
bin, doing some construction, it always marked no smoking. It don't have no name for
They abandoned the skip bin and left it
That
there.
was a personal bin or the rented. It don't got no name, but people keep dumping garbage. I saw a man pass the other day with a
It
car,
has a color?
and he dumped a whole set of garbage in there.
What's the color?
What's the color of the skip bin?
It's a brown.
A brown or a orange?
Hold on, let me find it. Come on, because it's a color thing. It's a kind of reddish color, right?
Yes,
My husband is mostly dry
I believe so.
several times.
No, but if you rent a bin from Sevens,
you pay by the day.
Right, and you abandon you abandon the bin. Look, man, something should be. This lady called in about 6 weeks ago.
Call
Send it to Mr. Freddie on the number that he provides to me. But maybe the skip, remember people sending several things.
Oh, it's send it to Jonathan's number there, 600-5398. If you send it now, we have until 10 o'clock, so we got
600-5398. Is
Yeah.
it on the screen?
Yeah, and if you send it to Jonathan now, we will show it on the screen. Jonathan will then send it to the operator, and we will show it on the screen.
600.
It's on the screen.
600.
Look, it's on the screen.
Okay, I will get it. Thank you very much.
The lady calling, man, something.
But in a case like this, I would have called Seafunds and say, hey, y'all want to skip bin? These skip bins are expensive, huh?
Yeah.
You want to skip bin? Come and collect this one.
They can't go take somebody's skip bin like that.
Well, if she say thing got order, you will find out how fast son got order.
Not only that, but the problem, the problem is that along the skip bin, people throw rubbish in.
They will.
They will.
Yeah, when you say skip bin, they man.
I rather they throw it in the skip bin and on the road.
Good evening. But it's overflowing now, yeah.
Yeah, good evening. I used to like to there's not skipping, there's a truck train, it's a truck train, it's not skipping.
Oh.
So you know of it? You know of that
particular
problem?
Is a what?
A truck
train. The train is at the back of the truck, somebody loses it out and rest it there, everybody's going garbage.
Oh, so the skip. I know those skip bin are expensive.
Yeah.
Those.
You can see when she send the picture, then you will figure it out. It's not a skip bin. So.
Okay. Well, then that is a
different issue.
That's an NDC
Why
problem.
they don't clean the thing? I can't understand why they don't clean.
The man dumped
Jonathan, we've been doing this program 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And some of the things that
Just
people
keep
call in, you want to know why it can't be done.
They just
So
keep
we're not
going.
learning from past mistakes.
Yeah.
That lady called in about a month and a half ago. Somebody left the thing there, and by the seeing it, people seeing it there.
Yeah, they will throw garbage in it. They will throw garbage in it.
You getting a call there?
No.
Okay, so we're winding down, right? So call us 231-2982. That's the landline. And the WhatsApp number is 600-5398. if you want to call Malcolm on his phone, Malcolm, what's your number?
646-2101.
Malcolm, 624
646-2101.
646-2101.
2101.
Call Malcolm and ask him about
whatever
his political life over the past 10 years that I've known him. Go 231-2982 600-5398. We are certainly winding down. We've got 15 minutes more, so there's lots to talk about.
Oh yeah.
See if that lady send you that thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm checking for. It didn't come through yet.
So we could ask
The guy says there's a truck tree, so.
Now, you know, let's see what it is.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, guys.
Yeah, go on.
So, concerning this cash grant thing, right?
Yeah.
We have a small supermarket, and also we have a checking account. So we contacted the bank first, and we were accepting the checks for payments of goods. So people come, they shop a certain amount, we accept the check, they take it back, we verify the ID, write the ID number, contact number, address, and let them sign. It was good because we were getting sales, and at the same time, the individual didn't have to go line up
Right.
at the bank. So this happened about 2 weeks.
And the banks are not accepting the checks.
Pardon me?
The banks are not accepting, the commercial banks are not accepting the checks.
Well, they did for about 2 weeks, and they called 2 days ago, I should think, 2 days ago on Wednesday, and they said that the Bank of Ghana informed them that they cannot keep accepting these checks from third party.
Now, this is something I cannot understand why the bank would not accept a third party endorsed check.
Exactly.
It is ridiculous.
He said the bank now.
That's right. And it's called
the Central Bank of Guyana.
I was told it's the central bank that has issued this decree. Why would they not want a bank to accept a third party check?
Exactly.
I don't understand that at all.
They're forcing now everyone, because not me alone, a lot of businesses were accepting them.
Yes.
In terms of payment for cash.
Well, that is helping people.
That's right. It is helping people.
Forcing everyone to rush back to the banks, to flood the banks, and cause confusion again.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Is it an issue that the Bank of Guyana is saying that you can't have a third party endorsement on their own check?
That's right. That's
on
what they're
their
saying.
own check.
That's what they're saying. Yes.
Jeez, what nonsense is that?
That's what they're saying. And people have already collected checks and changed checks for people.
That's normal in business.
So now they cannot get their money back.
Check, some people
they can't get the money back.
They can't
Well, but the
waste
Bank of
time
Guyana would not accept it?
No.
No, the Bank of Guyana.
They got accepted.
No,
not the third party signature.
Hold on.
When a third party signature, they wouldn't accept it.
That's what they're saying.
So the people can lose the money.
That's exactly what they say.
That is an act
crazy.
of hostility.
It is crazy.
So wait. I got this big supermarket in the village. Anyway, hello?
Hi, good evening. I just sent the video to Mr. Jonathan.
All right.
Robert.
I make a mistake with the color of the skipping, but it's like a dark color brown.
Operator, could you put this thing on the screen?
Thank you very much.
Let's see. You have to send it to Robert, he has to get your number, right? You have the.
This is a truck trade. This is not a skipping.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me give you his number. I gotta put his number on it so that I can.
Kissoon.
Yeah.
We like for the one to Mr. Curtis Mami, see me for me something if you want something already.
I don't have no idea about that, sir. I don't know. You have to ask him. What happened to Critic? What happened to him? What happened to him? Hello? What he say?
That's a strange call.
Yeah.
What happened to Critic?
I have no idea.
He just not
If
visible.
this caller heard me, what has happened to Critic?
He's probably not here.
All right, I just sent the photograph to Robert, so let's see if he can get it up on the screen. Yes, you received it.
That's a strange call.
What happened to Critic?
What happened to Critic?
I have no idea.
I have any idea what happened.
No, anybody? No. Has he been missing?
I don't know.
Because that's a multi-layered question.
Multi-layered question. So I think Robert, it's coming up. Oh, look at on the screen.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness! So that nobody can clean that.
That will need manpower.
So
and
who is responsible for that?
whoever's in the NDC of the area.
Health hazard. It's a public health hazard.
So it's a tray. So they
It's a truck tray.
Right, and they just abandon it and
it's
leave
now
it there.
full to overflowing, so everybody's now dumping around it.
So now it's become a
health hazard. It's now a health hazard.
Oh my goodness! You gotta call them.
No,
you know how long that lady called about that thing? So if they don't clean it, that is going to become expand and expand all the time.
Yeah.
But the issue we have now that it is visible on this program.
The NDC saying it it's
the NDC claims it's what? Some other agency.
It's the NDC. They said that area hasn't come under the jurisdiction.
All right, I got a call coming in.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Is Freddie Kissoon Show?
Yes, it is.
On the air. Go ahead. We're listening to you.
Okay. I want you guys to listen to this story. Freddie know about this story. There's in Lusignan East where the bullyism is coming through. I spoke to Mr. Siraj about this matter. Siraj went in and examined that matter and went back and gave a report back to the authority.
Which matter, sir?
I was told
our two
East on the east coast of Demerara.
Our two co-hosts weren't there when you were speaking about it. You have to tell them about it.
You have to tell us what the matter is.
I'll tell you what the matter is. There's a number of double axle truck running the streets there where they're blocking people's driveway. It's a community problem.
You know how long this guy spoke about this thing? Nothing done about it?
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Listen what happened. Let me tell you where I end. After Mr. Siraj left, you could remember that after Siraj went and visited and come back, he went to the office and he told everybody. The vice president instruct Mr. Inar to look into the matter. Nothing has been done. I wrote a letter to the president. And told me that the matter is with the Minister of Public Works. I called Mr. Edgil about this matter 2 weeks ago. And Minister Edgil told me that, you know something, I hand that to the police. The police deal with that. I don't deal with things like that. The president instruct him to go and see what's going on and nobody's visited that area. The local authority discussed it, complained. The local authority is fed up. Nobody is helping. This is 4 years. These people are parking their vehicle on top of your bridge.
These people are members of the community also? These
people live in the community?
Yeah, they live in some of them live in a residential area and have their business running there.
But they're not parking in front of their business. They're parking in front of your house.
They're parking all over the place, not only my house, all over the place. Everybody complaining, but nobody doing nothing. We asked the minister, we asked somebody.
This is one of the problems. This is one of the problems with local government, where we elect NDCs, but they're toothless. They don't have any power to do anything. And this is the result of what happens. So the NDC, who is the authority to have these things removed, are toothless and they're unable to function. So now it has to go to the minister, who dodges it by saying it is a police matter and nothing gets done about it. So the NDC is not serving the people of the community that elected them. And that is a big problem that we have all over Guyana, not just in your area. All over Guyana, we have the problems of NDCs not functioning and not looking after the interest of the community that elected them. And we need to change that.
What bothers me too is that our country is in a mass development area. Trucks come in, hundreds of big trucks come in that area. This is not a university-led student or some high university people need to know this. You have to make facility for these trucks.
Well, you see a lot of people are buying trucks, but they don't have a place to park them.
Well, you know why the Sikrama is not handling? Because there's a lot of people. You see how they said last week, somebody said that the police own minibus on the road, that's why they don't get things done.
Yeah.
All right,
There's some ministers.
All right, so we coming down to time. Let's take this call.
Thank you for calling.
Call in again next Friday. Hope to hear from you. Hello?
I'm finished now.
Okay, hello?
Good night, Mr. Kissoon.
Good night.
Good night.
And good night to Mr. Yearwood. Well, I can't remember the other guy name. So,
Malcolm the Freitas. I've known him for 50 years. We go up in Watmanville. We go up in Watmanville together.
Now, I would like to touch on the recent pick about the garbage situation there. I think that Guyanese need to take responsibility. Because look at recent cleanup campaign the government, when the government took power, I think it was 2021, they had a big cleanup campaign in South Ruffell. And you see the amount of debris that those people, the persons that were cleaning the alleyways and the drain and so forth there, you see the debris they brought out. They excavate from those drains and trench. People bad. You know, come on, man. Guyanese need to change the attitude. We know that the NDC has a responsibility, and the government has a responsibility, but we have a responsibility to ourselves and also to the wider society. You understand?
Thank you, sir. But
we agree with you.
Let me say that I agree wholeheartedly with you there. However, Guyana has become a lawless society. We don't obey the laws of the road. We no longer obey the laws of humanity. We are a very nasty set of people. We drive down the road and we throw things out the window. And they end up, we walk down the road and we throw it in the trench.
Right? When I was traveling to New York, perfect example. While I was in the waiting area, waiting to board the plane, the flight, I bought, this is in Guyana, waiting area, the departure lounge at the airport. I bought a sandwich and a coffee. And I sat there, I ate my sandwich, I drank my coffee, and I looked for the closest bin, bloody, there was a garbage bin right there. There was another guy sitting next to me. He bought a sandwich and a small Coke. You know, before we board the flight, he didn't look to throw the thing in the bin. You know, he leave the trash right there. You know, when I saw that same guy at JFK, he ate a sweetie or a mint or something, he looked for the bin and throw the little paper in there.
You know why? You know why? Because if he did it in New York, you would get fined.
Backside lock up.
You would get a big, massive US dollar fine.
Probably get charged and get deported.
So let me tell you.
Change the mindset. Look.
No, hold on.
I don't want to cut you, but for instance, when you go into certain place, like maybe you go into a little snackette or a little food place, you know, a cook shop. Most of the services there is atrocious, brother. They got some people that got a stress home and they bring it to the workplace. No courtesy.
Let me tell you something, sir. The way to change people's mindset is through the pocket. You have to find them heavily. You talked about a cleanup campaign in 2021 or 20 whenever, and there was a big campaign with ministers arresting people that throwing garbage on the streets and whatever. And that campaign lasted all of 2 weeks. and then it fizzled out and nothing further. We need to have a consistent arrangement where people are fined or they're taken before the courts and given community. Hold on. They're given community service. Sir, hold a moment. They're given community service. They're put in orange jumpsuits and walk the streets picking up garbage. When people see the friends doing that, they themselves will stop throwing garbage on the road. We have to start penalizing people for doing it. But we're not. We are a lawless country. We have little enforcement of the law. And that's the problem.
Hold a moment, sir. Hold a moment. Just allow me an opportunity. I do not accept totally that we are a lawless people, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. I believe in the fact that you said that sanctions should be imposed on people for breaking the law. The problem is, many times the sanction it doesn't get to the function of the court. And you get now the road fine sanction. The road fine sanction is also an unlawful act. So the problem is very complex. It has to do with the professionalism of the police force, one, and it has to do with our concept of our own self. You have a greater concept of yourself, so you had a greater respect for your own garbage, so you put it where it's supposed to go. The other person didn't have that when he's in Guyana. All right? Because he has no fear of the sanction. Because the sanction don't exist. Or it is not articulated. It is not embodied. It doesn't go to a court. All right? But when we get to that, you see, that problem will resolve very speedily.
Okay, so we are running to time. Let's take this. I think this could be the
last call. Right? Yeah.
Or we'll take just one more.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Caller cut off the call.
Let's get the next call that's coming in.
Last call coming through.
I normally count to 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And then there's nobody. So let's count from 1 to 10. We're 1 minute over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it for Friday, February the 28th. Our program has ended. If you call, we won't be able to answer because our operators have to go. We're 2 minutes over time. Malcolm, thanks for being with us.
I was happy to be here, Freddie.
Jonathan, thanks for being us. You guys are welcome to do this again with me. Right. No problem.
Just call.
Viewers, thank you very much.
We will see you on Monday when we will have our guest. On behalf of my 2 Guyanese friends, not my 2 Portuguese friends. On behalf of my 2 Guyanese friends who have no ethnicity but belong to the Guyanese nationality, the famous Jonathan Yearwood, and my friend of more than 50 years from Wortmanville, who was the man who resurrected the famous Pitinigal Party, the United Force, and then got kicked out of it. That's life. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, I forget to tell you his name.